So that being said, I have aunt and uncle. They're passed now, but for years they owned their own business.
Okay.
Owned their own business, and the business, man, was extremely successful. I think they owned their own business for over 37 years.
Wow.
And what was interesting about them, when I sit back and I think about their lives, they were so successful, but they didn't just hold it to themselves. They shared it with family members. They shared the success with their church that they went to. They shared the success with local schools or what have you. I mean, they gave and gave and gave. I'm talking about from financial givings to automobiles, all types of things. And they did it throughout the whole 30 years. I mean, I remember one time my uncle told me that my aunt told him, say, we need to sell the business because I am tired of making money.
Can you imagine somebody saying, I'm tired of making money. I don't want any more money. Just get rid of this because it's just too much. You just keep making all this money. Man, I mean, you have to sit back and say, look at God. Now, most people wouldn't say that, but you have to sit back and say, look at God. Look how God works. Because see, God has this funny thing that he does. We add, God subtracts. We want to multiply, God divides. So he does math totally different from us.
You know, they always say it's better to give than receive, right? And there's a different feeling when you give something to someone and you watch their reaction, you watch their joy.
Like whoever.
Exactly.
That's a kid on Christmas.
That's a beautiful feeling. So I say that about my aunt and uncle. I used to watch them, man. I used to watch the joy in their face, the joy in their heart when they gave something, when they know they were contributing and helping people. They got excited. They got excited to help people and give and give and give and give and give. And it was just a beautiful thing to watch. And the fact that my aunt, she got tired of making money. What it was, because here's the thing, you and I both know, as much as they gave, you can never outgive God.
You outgive God.
You can outgive God.
You keep getting more. You keep getting more. You keep getting more. And God will use. You know, we always say, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money to give. But God will use whatever you have. I know some folks won't believe the story, but Jesus himself proved that when he fed a multitude of people,
5,000 people.
right? He says, give me a little bit, just a little bit. I'll multiply it, then I'm going to divide it. See, I'm going to multiply it first, then I'm going to divide it up. And then I'm going to keep giving it back to you until your cup runs over.
Yeah.
Until, like your aunt, until you get tired of it. Until you get tired of it, I'm going to keep giving it. Because it overflows so much, you can't put a lid on it. I'm going to keep giving it to you. You keep giving, I'm going to keep giving. You can't put a lid on it.
Exactly.
See?
Exactly. Here's the thing, when you're doing God's work, when you're doing God's work and he's really working through you. That's what it does.
There you go.
So when I look, he's working through you, and I look at my aunt and uncle, that was the gift that they had. That was the gift that they had, the monetary gift. That was what they had. But we all have gifts. Like you mentioned time. There could be time that you have. I mean, there's all types of ways to give. And here's the thing. Monetary, time, look, there's no ranking.
No.
They are, in God's eyes, in his eyes, it's all the same. It's all the same. So when I think about them, I always think about what can I do? Anything that you do can help this planet. Anything that you do can help someone's walk to God. Any little thing that you can do. And if everybody did this, dude, we're looking at a beautiful world. I mean, here's the thing. Jesus, the way he gave, it was interesting the way he gave. Sometimes he gave in advice. Sometimes he gave in food. I mean, sometimes he just gave by just praying and people watching him pray. He gave all sorts of ways. So, as disciples, and all of us should be disciples, you know? Everybody should be disciples. All of us should be looking to help people, looking to serve in some capacity. I don't know what that is for you. I think mine is, like I say, I think mine is just listening to people's stories and sharing those stories. That's mine. So that's what I'm gonna keep on doing it. I'm gonna keep on doing it. That's the reason I love the podcast. I'm glad that you said yes, because we're gonna keep knocking this thing out like this here. And I already know that we're gonna have people start to realize and understand that, look, like I said, God is here. God is here, and it doesn't matter what I do. Any little thing that I do is big in God's eyes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing small, and we shouldn't. We put labels on things. We put things in a box. We say this is not big enough. That's why we say I'm not enough. I don't have enough. God says whatever you have, whatever you have, bring it, give it. We don't do that. It's us. It has nothing to do with God. We put these restrictions. We try to put restrictions on God. We put God in a box.